I'm Deb Campbell, and I've lived in Sherwood Forest, a 55-plus community in Ionia for almost 2 years. I own my home, but I rent the lot underneath. And as you may know, renters like us or owners like us, we're kind of a special category because we're a hybrid between a traditional renter and a traditional homeowner. As a lot renter, I'm responsible not just to maintain my house and keep it all up, I'm also responsible for the maintenance of my lot, the sidewalks, the driveways, the trees, the bushes, all of that. And many of our residents also pay property taxes on their sheds, on their garages, on any leasehold improvement that they've made. They receive a bill from the local taxing authority and they pay property taxes at the homestead rate. So many of us are also property tax payers. Since I've lived in Sherwood Forest for almost 2 years now, my total rent increase has been 22%. That's almost double my Social Security COLA. And at that rate, if it keeps on going, it's not going to be long before I'm priced out. Frankly, I never imagined living in a manufactured home community. But after my husband died and I retired, I knew I had to find something that I could afford on just my income. After an exhausting search, and I mean I looked for a good 5 years, and I found nothing affordable. I went and looked at a brand new double-wide offered for sale by Sherwood Forest. It was beautiful, 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, drywalled, upgrades. It was everything that I was looking for. And at about 55% of the cost of what I would have had to pay for a similar new stick-built home, it was affordable. For me to move my home and all the improvements would cost upwards of $20,000. Zoning restrictions and the high cost of lot rent in the other communities in my county, and we have 17 communities in Ionia County, but they all have the high cost, equal to, some are even more than what I pay for lot rent. So it makes me moving impossible in all reality. In my county, only 3% of the home sites are controlled by local mom and pop owners. So there is no competition, therefore there's no competitive pricing. I'm trapped. I am a hostage in my own home. But what really keeps me up at night is the package of bills that we're here for today, especially 4886. Under 4886, as it reads, my home can be deemed abandoned if I'm 30 days late with rent, or I disconnect utility services for 30 days, or it appears that my house has been vacant for 30 days. It also provides that I can notify the owner that I'm intending to leave. But technically, under this bill, I don't even have to be late to be declared abandoned. What if I went to the hospital for a couple of months? What happens when I die? With this bill, I have no right to a court hearing or due process. Once they start the abandonment, there's no option for me to catch up my arrears or try to sell my house. The only option I will have is to move it. And when it isn't moved in 30 days, they get my title in another 30 days, all liens are extinguished, and I lose my entire investment. The Supreme Court in Michigan ruled in 2020 that surplus funds from properties seized at tax sale must be returned to the owner. Foreclosed properties sold at sheriff's sale return excess funds to the owner. Even owners of repossessed cars are entitled to surplus funds. As a former banker, I can tell you that nobody ever lost a house to the bank or the government after being just 30 days past due or not living there 30 days. But if this bill passes, hundreds of thousands of us can have our homes seized and nothing to show for it. Right now, there are people losing their homes without compensation. And this bill would increase the incentive and make a bad situation even worse. You can't imagine the sleepless nights I've had worrying about this. Why is it that there are laws to protect fee simple owners, but it's okay for our seniors, our veterans, disabled, people living on lower fixed income to live without similar safeguards? Living in a manufactured home community should not make us less worthy of the protections given to traditional homeowners. The thought of being priced out, losing my home, my community, and my wonderful neighbors is taking a toll on my health. And my neighbors are also worried sick about all of this. When they read 4886, they're shocked and horrified. I respectfully request that you oppose House Bills 4886 through 4889, especially the provisions in 4886, which, as written today, to me, are un-American. I urge you to support the fundamental protections in House Bills 5157 through 5163, which will offer modest but real protections for us. Thank you for letting me have a voice today.